Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to part 2. In this part, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding on the big crushed section on top of this bass line in order to finish it off. So go ahead and select both these devices and duplicate them. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so now we should have that duplicated copy right here, and it should just sound exactly the same. So it sounds exactly the same. Good. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're actually just going to copy these two devices, and we're actually going to remove these and put them back in later. I don't know why I did this, but this is the way I made the sound. So we're going to do it. So I'm going to remove these two devices. Actually, I'll just copy them. Copy devices, and we'll paste them up here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete these for now, and then we'll add that back in later. So for this section, what I did is I split the audio channel into two and pan one left and pan one right. This really doesn't actually have any effect, I don't think, but I did that. I don't know why. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a line mixer 14:2, and then take this output to that channel, and then take the right output and put it into channel 2. Then pan one left and one right. And then, this is even weirder, I took a stereo imager and make sure it's set up as a send effect, which it is. And then you're going to bring this X over frequency down to 138, and then make it sound really wide with a value of 39. And then you're going to send the signal with 44. I think originally I had some distortions on here, and I was trying to make a wide, distorted sound, and I ended up just deleting them and keeping this. So that's why I did that, I guess. I really have no idea. Anyway, so shift create another stereo imager. We're going to route it as a second send effect, like so. And then with that one, we are going to bring the X over frequency down to about 231 hertz, and then make it all the way wide and send it with a value of 28. And then after this mixer, shift create an EQ. So now with your EQ, hit tab and connect the master out to that, and then plug it into the combinator. So now we should have that all connected up correctly. And then put the low shelf, the frequency all the way down, the gain at negative 8.0 decibels. I'll leave that right there. You can break it down a little bit actually. And then put the first parameter on 4,646 hertz. And bring the gain down about 4 decibels, or 4.6 more specifically. And then bring the Q down just a little bit to 3.7. And then we're going to make this really little cut, which I think was just some little sort of fizzy frequencies. It's kind of the best way to describe them, which was right here. Really small Q for that. So now your EQ should look like this. Your sound should sound like this. So it doesn't sound that different. But what we're going to do now is we're going to add back in the reverb and the EQ. Okay, so hit tab and connect the two up. So route the output of this guy to the output of the reverb, and then the output of this into the input of the echo. So now with that out of the way, we only have a couple more devices to do, and then we'll be finished off with the sound. We're going to create another stereo imager and hold shift while you create it, and then put it over the top of the reverb. And we're just going to use this to widen out the sound a little bit and bring the X over frequency all the way down. Bring the stereo width knob up to 28 for the low band, and the same for the high band. This wouldn't essentially matter actually whatever value this was at, because we're both doing the same widening to the both of them. So we're going to have another EQ. Make sure it's connected, yep. And then we are going to put parameter 1, frequency all the way down, cut those lows, bring the Q up to 10.5. And then with this parameter, we're going to bring it down to 169, bring the gain down to 7.4, widen the Q out, and then finally, we're going to apply the Bitcrushing redux effect. So create a screen 4, right-click, initialize it. And then what we're going to do here is if you turn the parameter 1 and 2 all the way up, and this, the master volume all the way up, the damage control all the way down, it should sound exactly the same. Oh, make sure to turn it to a digital mode or it'll sound weird. There we go. So the only difference is really it's quieter. But now what we're going to start doing is we're going to take this P2 down, and we're going to bring it down to about 109. But I'll go ahead and bring this down if we have it looping, so you can hear the difference. So it's applying a subtle redux effect to it. And then we're going to bring this damage control up to about 14 to give it a little bit of distortion. And you can essentially just add that to taste for whatever. So now the finished sound sounds like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial, and I hope it wasn't too long, but hopefully you stuck around. And thanks for everyone who's so far subscribed. I believe I have 12 subscribers and a little over 1,000 video views, which is really cool. So yeah, thanks to everyone who subscribed. Keep the requests coming, and I should be getting another tutorial real soon on a more lead style sound, because I know that was one of the requested things. So I should get that finished up probably today. Thanks, rate, comment, subscribe. And I also have a Facebook page that I just set up, so I'll put a link down in the description if you're interested. So yeah, thanks again.